All right, so you find yourself in the market for a 2024 Dodge Charger, and you say, you know what, man, I want to switch it up. I'm tired of this ICE, right, internal combustion engine stuff. I'm tired of this 392 stuff. I'm tired of this Hellcat stuff. I want something new, right? I want to be on the bleeding edge of technology, right, when it comes to muscle cars in 2025. Well, you know, like I know, Dodge just dropped the 2024 Dodge Charger Scat Pack EV. Nobody wants it. I've said this numerous times on my channel. I don't know anybody personally that owns one of these cars, right? I've said numerous times on this channel that if you have a 392 or a Hellcat, you better keep it, hold on to it. Do not trade it in, right? It's going to be a relic that's going to stand the test of time, at least in the near future. But it's not enough when I say it. I want somebody that's significantly bigger than me to say exactly what I've been saying for the last year about this car. And that's where my man MKBHD, that's right, Marquez Brownlee, on his channel Autofocus, comes into play. And when I tell you he destroys this car, he called it a grocery getter.
It sounds crazy, but just go get groceries in. Go pick up the kids in.
And a comfortable cruiser.
Large, electric, comfortable cruiser.
I have never heard those two things as it pertains to Dodge and the muscle cars that they put out. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Let's just get into it. What's up, guys? It's your boy Knockout 360 here with another video, man. So you can tell I'm in a house that makes us a house vlog. You know what's going down and come around. Let's get into it. I got car content. I got car shows. I got car reviews. I got car meets. I got police chases. I got anything and everything that you want on this channel. So if you're into that, man, make sure that you stick around. For everyone else, hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so that you know what's coming out and when it's coming out. So boom. Your boy MKBHD. That's right, the one and only MKBHD. If you have ever been on YouTube at any point, you have seen one of his videos. Your man has been on YouTube. I mean, at this point, he's the godfather of YouTube. Like, your boy's been on YouTube for the better part of 10 plus years, man. Since I was in college, that's when I first found him. You know what I'm saying? He has another YouTube channel called Autofocus, where he basically reviews some of the latest cars, the latest trends, and all that stuff that's on the market. Well, the Dodge Charger Daytona EV happened to pop up on this channel, rightfully so. It's an electric car. And if you know him, he does tech, so electric cars, tech, hand in hand. So 2024 Dodge Charger EV happens to show up on this channel. And when I tell you your man tore it down, he tore it down. Now, this is the same guy that destroyed two companies at this point with his reviews. So when he reviews a car or reviews anything, people listen and people decide whether or not they want to open up that checkbook. He called this car a grocery getter and a comfortable cruiser. Two things that I have never heard used when it comes to describing a Dodge Charger or a Dodge, any muscle car for that matter. But you know what? I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to let my man carry it from here. Let's get into it. All right, so let's start off with the specs.
We'll get to that in a second, but they've offered this for a while. But the electric one means 100 kilowatt hour battery at the bottom, dual motor, all-wheel drive, 335 horsepower at each axle, and it's rated for 241 miles of...
First off, let's look at that, 5,974 pounds. My T-Rex is a little over 7,000, a little under 7,000, I believe. Once you hop in this car, that's a 6,000 pound car. Just wanted to make sure you knew that.
Range. We'll also get to that in a second.
Yeah.
But that means there's a front trunk as well. There's that big rear trunk. And that also means it starts at around $60,000.
Yeah.
The Scat Pack version will be around $75,000.
Sure.
And then this maxed out, max power, optioned up version is over $85,000. And I just...
$85K for this car. Let's get to the exhaust.
Doing it through this massive speaker system on the back end of the car. You can see it says Fratsonic right there. It's got all these grills down here and down here. This is all called the Fratsonic chambered exhaust. And look, it is loud and it does imitate a gas car.
Yeah.
But God, it's an acquired taste. So here's what happens.
Yeah.
You get in the car, you got the keys in your pocket, and every single time you start it, it'll make a cold start sound. So foot on the brake, listen to this. Okay, so now the car's on and it's in regular mode.
Chill out.
And I want to give it a few revs, but it sounds a little bit different and a little bit stronger in each mode.
Yeah.
So this is just regular idling. It's got this sort of hum.
Listen to that JBL sound system. Listen to that Sony sound system.
it gets better.
Them
So
Sony 12s under the hood of that car.
And if you switch to more aggressive drive modes, you can actually rev it. So right now in auto mode, which you can see it's in auto mode here, foot on the accelerator doesn't really do anything.
You can't even rev it.
Switch to a more aggressive mode.
Chill.
Like sport mode. Now. It's much louder. And then if you go to track mode, it's actually at its loudest. The rumble is way stronger. I can actually, I'm not joking, I can feel the car rumbling like there was an engine.
No, what you feel is them speakers.
Kind of crazy.
What you feel is them 12s under the body of that car.
It's just as obnoxiously loud as a gas car.
Sure.
It doesn't sound exactly like the gas car, but I'll try to get some better clips on the smartphone's microphone.
That's auto. You can't rev in auto mode. Here's track.
That's the party trick. That's the thing that it does. If you want to turn heads, if you want the looks, if you want the respect and the admiration of people who like loud cars, you have some of that here.
You can tell just by his demeanor. Everything is really sarcastic and just kind of, he's really looking for something positive to say about this car. So let's go ahead and get into something else. So let's get into the front storage aspect of this this new Dodge Charger here.
It has some storage in there, but I feel like that's missing a little bit. Also, let me show you the front trunk. The front trunk is...
They call it the front
because it's the front trunk. The fact that you have to pop it and then lift it up and...
Oh my God.
You get that.
Oh my God. What are you going to put there? That's a book bag, basically. I'm going to be... I don't even know if I can put my camera equipment in there.
Amongst all of that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can put a backpack in there, basically. Maybe some groceries, but... Yeah, I don't think many people are going to be doing that with this car.
That pisses me off.
So
That pisses me off. All right, so let's get to the performance.
For $86,000,
yeah.
If that's really what you're after is straight line performance, a Tesla Model 3 performance kind of smokes this, actually.
Tesla?
Even Kia EV6 GT beats this. Tesla Model Y performance is on par with this. None of those cost $86,000. Matter of fact, for 80 grand, you could get a used Plaid if that's what you really want, is straight line
57?
speed. So maybe that's not the only reason you get this. Now, I know it's not road trips.
All right, so let's look at the battery. He tore this thing up. He tore this car up. And like I said, I want you to go and watch the full video on his channel. I'm giving you my commentary in relation to the video. So I know you guys are going to be upset about me pausing and talking, but, you know, go watch the full video on his channel.
Efficiency. It's rated for 241 miles of range. Like I said, you want to know something funny? I plugged it in for the first time, woke up in the morning in my garage with 100% battery, and it said 201.
201.
201 miles. And then I switched to sport mode, and it said 185. Now,
see, what you don't understand about that is if your Hellcat is only giving you 185 miles of range, that's perfectly fine. Why? Because there's gas stations on every single corner, every single exit. So if you run out of gas, that's no worries. Let me hit the gas station. I'm straight. For you guys out there that's got your car cammed and, you know, cold air intake and this tune and that tune, and you're only getting 185 miles to the gallon, that's fine. Or 185 miles of range, that's fine, because you can just hit a gas station. This is an electric car. I can't just hit a gas station with an electric car. I have to plan that ahead of time. You know what I mean? And I'm sure it has a feature to where it lists all of the charging stations, but bro, I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm not in California. I'm not in Los Angeles. I'm not in San Francisco. I'm not in New York. I'm in the South. We don't have charging stations like that, just everywhere. There's a Quick Trip, a Shell, a BP, a Exxon on every single stop. But we don't have, you know, electric power stations every single where you go. So if my Hellcat is only getting me 185, that's cool. I can stop at a gas station 2 or 3 times before it's all said and done. But if this electric car is only giving me 185, what's the point?
Now, that was a very conservative estimate, but the idea here is this car only charges at 183
137?
And it only has a sub 250 mile range, which you could get 250, but yeah, I know it's not for road trips. Now, here's another bit of a, maybe a hot take, but if you're getting it for the noise, you could actually do better. It's not look, it's cool that it's really loud, and I get that they wanted to appeal to the nice car. It's really loud.
So when they say it's loud, they're comparing the 2024 Charger to a Hellcat, a stock Hellcat. Before you cut the pipes, before you put AWE, Borla, anything like that on there, Corsa, they're comparing it to a stock Hellcat. So when you bought your Hellcat, that's what this car sounds like at its loudest. Stock to stock. Obviously not modified.
Crowd. But a couple things. First of all, it doesn't sound as good as the gas car. So if you just want the noise, you'll just get the gas car.
392 or
Second
Hellcat.
of all, so it doesn't shift. So it just has sort of this
linear straight
sound.
line.
It doesn't go up.
I hate
it goes
that
up
shit.
and down a little bit as you get more or less G's. But as you're cruising around, it sort of just ends up droning, and it sounds like you're just riding around in
that shit's
second
annoying
gear all the time. Up and down hills, flat streets, slowing down, accelerating. It's like you're just staying in second gear.
Do you know how annoying that would be? Imagine getting stuck in second
You guys remember
gear.
the Ioniq 5N, which also did this imitation sound and did a lot of things gas cars do? You could paddle shift and like roll through gears, and I think part of the fun of the sound of a car is dropping a gear and like playing with the sound.
Downshifting,
upshifting. You don't really get to play with the sound in this other than just making it be loud, revving in neutral, maybe at a stoplight. It's fun at first, but then I think you pretty quickly get over it, and you just, I just turn it off. I ended up just wanting to turn it off.
Bro, you can turn the exhaust off. Did you see what my man did? With a touch of the touchscreen, you can turn that bullshit off. That fraxonic mess, you can turn it off. Just turn it off. Like, just, my phone is on. My phone is off. My exhaust is on. My exhaust is off. Let's fast forward a little bit here.
The fun factor is part of it, but here's another fun fact. Actually, it's a not so fun fact. The Charger, which is kind of known for like that standing burnout rear wheel drive,
that looks beautiful.
Crazy tire smoke show you want to put on a stoplight for you insane people who do that. This car is not actually capable of that. It does have a drift mode. You can turn off the front motor and go rear wheel drive.
I'm not drifting this bullshit.
It's too heavy, 5,900 pounds.
That's my T-Rex, basically. My T-Rex, I think, is about 68, 67, without me in it.
And not powerful enough, 335 pounds at the rear axle, to do a standing burnout at all. So yeah, the fun factor is just still, you still crown the gas car the king of that part.
There you go. Gas car is the king. Let's fast forward a little bit. So this is where he gets into it. Let me get it. Let me see here.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car. Okay, you ready? All right.
Paddle shifters, like in a lot of these Dodge cars, I have a volume control back here and next track and previous track back here.
Yeah.
The power shot to boost power for a little bit. But honestly, I don't feel the need to do that in this car.
Nope.
It's not one of those cars that begs to go faster or begs to be pushed performance-wise.
That's embarrassing.
It's very much a large, electric, comfortable cruiser.
Did you hear what my boy just said? He said it's a large, electric, comfortable cruiser. That's what the new Charger is in 2025. It's a large, electric, comfortable cruiser. We went from Hellcats, Scat Packs, even RTs. Show the 5.7 some respect. We went from monsters to large, electric, comfortable cruisers. Oh, he's not done.
There's even a pretty good isolation to the outside world with this double pane glass. You got these LED lights. It's carbon fiber. These lights are really nice and light up.
Whack.
You can see them really, really clearly.
I do like the lights, though.
The speakers are not that good, unfortunately. But I think everything else about this as just a daily, calm, relaxed boat of a ride are legit. So I know that's maybe not the conclusion you expect people to get to with this car. Also fun, weird quirk about it is because this is such a big door and the pillar is way back here, the reach for the seatbelt is kind of diabolical, but you'll get there.
He called it.
But I know that's not the conclusion I think most people do. And so this ends up just being a nice car to, it sounds crazy, but just go get groceries in, go pick up the kids in, go to
How do you go from a Hellcat to just going to get groceries and picking up the kids? You heard what the man said. That's what this car is. It's a grocery getter.
commute every day a few miles. It's not a ton of range, but you can commute in this thing.
It's a commuter. All right, let's get to the conclusion before I lose myself.
Seatbelt is
Yeah.
kind of diabolical, but you'll get there. But I know that's not the conclusion I think most people are going to get to with the new electric Dodge Charger, is that it's nice, comfortable, relaxed cruiser, because it's supposed to be fun.
Yep.
And I get that this was supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
The noise,
Yeah.
the muscle, the
Yeah.
looks, the shoulders. It's supposed to be this badass, sporty thing, but you turn the sound off and it's actually a kind of just a boat. It was supposed to be fun, but if you want a boat, there you go.
Damn! Marquez, chill, bro. Chill. There you go. But there you go right there. That's it. That's exactly what the 2024 Charger is. It's a comfortable, large electric commuter. It's a boat. It's a grocery getter. How many times have we joked about our cars being grocery getters in the past because it's got four doors, it's got a big trunk, plenty of room. This one really is a grocery getter though. Like that's what this is, really a grocery getter. You know what I mean? You heard what the man said, 5,900 pounds. Hold on, let me check my T-Rex because I could be lying. I apologize. Let's go T-Rex weight. Curb weight, 6,396 pounds. Gross weight, 7,800. Okay. How much does a T-Rex weigh? 6,440 pounds. So you're telling me that this new Charger is all of 500 pounds lighter than my T-Rex? It can't do a burnout because it's too damn heavy, right? Too much damn weight on the rear wheels. Storage compartment up front is trash. The audio, as far as the interior is trash. You heard what the man said. The speakers aren't that good. That Fratsonic chambered exhaust, I didn't know that you could just turn that off. Like apparently you can just hit a button or touch a touchscreen button and it just turns off. And now you literally just got a Tesla. You don't hear it start up. You don't hear it move. I forgot about the fact that obviously it's not shifting. There's no transmission. So everything just sounds linear, like you're just stuck in second gear. And I mean, from 0 to 60 to 120, it's just, you know what I mean? No shifting, no downshifting at all. What else? And then they want 85 stacks for it, bro. I mean, let's see what they're going for in Charlotte. 2024 Dodge Charger EV Scat Pack. In Charlotte, they're asking for 78. I'm seeing 82, 64, 74, 57, damn. Scat Pack, okay, so this is the Scat Pack, so not the RT, I'm sorry. So for the Scat Packs, they're asking for 82. I'm seeing 74, 82, 78. And you heard what the man said. For that kind of money, you can go out and get a Tesla. If straight line speed is what you want in an electric platform, get a Tesla. It's just as heavy, but it's faster somehow or another. And you heard what your man said. He called it a grocery getter. And he called it just, what bothered me is the fact that he just kept calling it a comfortable electric, automobile. A commuter, that's the word he used, commuter. That's what Dodge has become at this point, a commuter. The Charger is a commuter, that's all it is. And the fact that they advertise 250 miles of range, but you heard what your man said, at 100% charge, he woke up, it was at what, 201, 204, 214, something like that. And then when he put it in sport mode, it was 185. Then that could be different for everybody. That's subjective, right? I would imagine if you charge it up to 100%, you should be able to see 250, something like that. I don't have one. For you guys that have one, tell me if that's true or not. But I mean, to go from 250 to 201, just starting it up, and then down to 185, putting it in sport mode, what the fuck do you expect me to drive this car, bro? This is not a gas car. I can't just stop at BP. Like I told you in the beginning, like if my Hellcat is bad on gas because I've got it cammed and I've got a E85 flex tune and all this stuff, I can stop at Shell. I can stop at BP, Exxon, Quick Trip. Some of y'all got racetrack down in Georgia. I can stop there and get whatever I need, and it's all good, right? If my gas is so bad I got to stop 2 times before I get home, that's fine. But when you got an electric car, you got to sit there and chill. First off, you got to find an electric power station. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. I don't know where many of them are. You know what I mean? You guys probably know better than me. But you got to plan that in. You got to factor that into your trip, because we're not talking about a 3, 4, 5, 10-minute fill up. Walk in the gas station, get you some chips and a Gatorade, beef jerky and a Monster, come out, your car's full, it's time to roll. No, you got to factor in, what, 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes? I don't know how long these cars take to charge. And you're doing all that for 670 horsepower in a 5,900 pound platform? You ain't going nowhere. I'll put it to you like this. If this is something that you're into electric cars and you love the crossover muscle car, electric car thing, go ahead and get it. You know what I'm saying? Get that 2024 Dodge Charger EV. It's cool. Do what you do. But if you have a RT or a 392 or a Hellcat, you bet not trade your car in for this. I would take a 5.7 Hemi over this any day. And that's just me. I would take a 5.7 Charger, 5.7 Challenger over this car any day of the week. But that's just me. Because at least with a 5.7, it's the real thing. Everything's real. The engine is real. The exhaust sound is real. The gas is real. The car is real. And it's real fun. You can't do any of the things that we used to do with these cars. You just can't. And your boy MKBHD, he just solidified it as far as I'm concerned. Your man called it a grocery getter and a large, comfortable electric commuter. That's what Dodge is. That's what the 2024 Dodge Charger is. It's a large, comfortable electric commuter. And on that note, I'm out. Peace.